Foster City is a place where all people do is work. $282,820. And if you walk, you can find surprise.
It's so great here, don't come here.
You can get used to it. You may like here too. Hi everyone, my name is Marina. I'm a real estate agent in California and it's a new video of San Francisco Bay Area City series. And today we're going to talk about new, unique, and simply one and only Foster City. Foster City is a planned project. It was designed and built from scratch. Before 1898, this area was covered in swamps. The land was moist and barren. Those swamps were transformed into an island thanks to dikes construction in 1898. The island was used for animal farming needs. In 1958, Jack Foster had an incredible idea to build a new city here. He bought this island off for $200. And then he invested $4,007,000 of his own money to change the deserted landscape and build a beautiful new city. In 1962, they built the first domestic building here. 6 years of continuous work were spent to make the island suitable for construction and elevate the ground 47 feet above the sea level. I often hear misinformation about the city having been built over old dumping. This is not true. 14 million cubic yards of materials were used to build this city, to build up this island, sand and shells that were mined from the San Francisco Bay. To solve the problem of potential floodwaters, people had built the lagoon and 16.5 miles of drain cavities. The lagoon was designed to be the main drain system of the city in case of the storms. Even though the city was built considering the possibility of floodwaters, Foster City hasn't been flooded in the past years, unlike the cities around it. Very powerful engineering. Since Foster City is located near the bay and has a lot of lagoons and water inside the city, the climate does differ a lot from other Bay Area cities. The weather is pretty mild, and the warmest time is from June to the middle of October. This is when the temperature doesn't go over 22 degrees Celsius. It's good to have a jacket on you even during summer. Sudden winds can make you feel chilly, like right now. The coldest months are the ones from December to February. Temperature is never over 14-16 degrees Celsius, and like in all the Bay Area, rains usually go from the end of November to April. And I'd also like to note that May is the windiest month here. Foster City is in general a very windy city, windier than in many others. As I've already mentioned, they started building the city in 1957, and Foster City was declared an independent city in April 27, 1971. And this year, Foster City celebrated its 50th anniversary. Advanced cities are designed for a predetermined number of residents. According to the plans, the population of Foster City estimates a little less than 30,000 people. And it's expected to peak at 34,000 people. As of today, the city is a home for 33,997 people. There are only 3 spots left in this little paradise. However, regardless of the initial plan, the city is only growing bigger and people are building new houses. You can really feel the population destiny growing. Foster City is a part of San Mateo County, and it's one of the Silicon Valley cities. The road to San Francisco is about 25 miles long, 30 miles to San Jose. Many people love the city for its closeness to the key places, those the San Francisco Airport, downtown San Francisco, Silicon Valley, Half Moon Bay, and many other places. One of the cons of living in Foster City is that its dwellers on average have to spend 33 minutes to get to work and back home. However, the city has a highly developed public transport system, SamTrans. It's a great option for those who prefer to not drive and leave their car at home. There are several bus stops and various bus routes to the key locations, such as downtown San Francisco, San Mateo College, San Francisco Airport, the Redwood City Hall train station, Hillsdale Mall, and other routes. Even though cars are prevalent in the city, many people prefer public means of transportation. This is beneficial for everyone in Foster City, since it reduces road traffic and improves the environment. Foster City is a white-collar city. Over 93% of the employees work from offices. This is much higher number than anywhere else in the country. Foster City is a city of professionals, managers, salespeople, and office workers. A lot of people work in management, over 18% of people. IT and mathematics, over 17%. Business and finance, over 10%. Can you imagine? Foster City hosts so many IT experts, even more than in 95% of all other USA cities. There are several large employers in the city. The largest companies are Visa and a biotech company called Gilead Science. There are also a couple of big IT companies here. And here's another fun fact. There are many scientists in the Foster City. Physicists, geographers, biologists. Basically, if you are fond of science, you may like it here too. And if knowledge is a power, then Foster City is a powerful place. 70% of adult population have graduate degrees. Compare this to the country's average, a bit of over 21%. A yearly income per person was estimated to be $70,705 in 2018. For a family of 4, this makes up $282,820. It's a high rate compared to the rest of California and the US. Foster City is a place where all people do is work. But this is not all true. There are so many parks here. No other Bay Area city can compare. Not just Bay Area, no California cities either. There are 21 parks here, the highest parks to people ratio. And there are several sandy beaches in the city, so you can have a nice picnic and go swimming in one place. The water temperature changes throughout the year and usually depends on the atmospheric temperature. The quality of water is regularly tested by the county's health department. The lagoon contains salt water, and Foster City often taps the whole reservoir into San Francisco Bay, so that it remains clear. And you can also see that from April to October, when the seaweed grows the most actively, the lagoons may have an unusual blue shade. The city colors the lagoons with an organic blue dye that decreases the UV light penetration and slows the growth of tangling seaweed. Sometimes you can see the workers at the dye riding from their boats. As for me, Foster City is an incredibly clean place. It's so clean that you aren't even used to this kind of tidiness. And regardless of water and a lot of birds, geese for example, you know what this means: more dirt. And if you stumble upon such dirt, you can open an app on your phone, take a pic of it, and send a request to the city so that they clean it, and people actually come and clean it. The city is always looked after. You can never find homeless people here, only maybe those who got lost. And you can see birds dropping sometimes, but it's not as often as you would see in other cities. We were walking on this trail and stumbled upon a Russian-speaking mom and daughter and their little baby. We decided to make use of this opportunity and chat a bit about Foster City. We already know that Zhenya's been living here for how long? Over 30 years.
I grew up here, and growing up here was amazing because there's a lot of kids here. It's a very family-oriented neighborhood.
Jessica?
Da.
What do you love most about this city? Why did you decide to come back here? The Bay Area has so many beautiful cities. Why did Foster City win you over? Because of your mother?
No, you know,
No other place
it's
but
no,
Foster City.
no other place but Foster City, and not only because of family, although it's a huge part, but also we call this the Venice of the Bay Area because of all of the canals here that go throughout the entire city, and you have the bay that's just around the corner here. How can you live somewhere else? And the nice thing here too is you really do have everything. So if you think about it, it's not just family oriented, it's very sports oriented too. So you can go on a boat, you can go paragliding just around the corner from here as well. There's just golfing is here. There's just so many sports that you don't have to drive to. You can walk to all of this.
Well, as you can see, it's
Yeah.
our favorite city. We're very happy here.
And we will also notice that the kids walk from home after school or drive their bikes or scooters. There are no parents that have to drop kids off and then pick them up. This kind of traffic is very noticeable in other cities, but here, kids walk by themselves.
Since elementary school, you can walk. That's how elementary school. So
Even elementary school
you can
kids.
walk, yeah, it's very safe here.
And the cons, is there at least one con here? What don't you like here? There is no way everything is perfect here.
I don't know.
There should be something.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing for us. Well, actually, there is a minus thinking about it. As time goes by, there is more and more building going on. You know, the apartment buildings. So there is a little traffic. There's a horrible traffic on Hillsdale.
Yeah. It's so great here, don't come here.
And now let's talk about real estate. After all, I'm a real estate agent and it's the most interesting part of this video. Here's the thing about Foster City. It's a place where almost everyone dreams of their windows facing a body of water. And this is why here in Foster City there are no average price for, say, single-family housing, or no average price for a one-bedroom condo or two-bedroom condo. The system is very different here. Houses and condos that face water always cost significantly more than those that are located on normal streets or among other houses that don't have views on the water. The most desired and expensive condos and houses are those that have their own water access, where you can park your own boat or kayak. I'd like to say that the average price for a house of 2,030 square feet is $2,300,000. But, as I've already said, it's an average measure. All the houses that face water have been selling for over $3 million in the past 6 months. The competition is just crazy. And I'd also like to know that a lot of houses, not condos, not townhouses, belong to associations, and you need to pay a monthly HOA fee, which can go up to $200 or even $700 in such associations. This is something that separates Foster City from other Bay Area cities. Another important aspect that I've noticed after working in this city is that many houses have groundwork problems. Since the ground is artificial here, the platform isn't very strong. The houses tend to shrink, the ground moves, and it can either cause insignificant groundwork issues, a tiny crack that can be fixed easily, or serious groundwork problems. So, before buying a house, don't forget to inspect the foundation. What about condos? Average costs also depend on their locations. Let's take a two-bedroom condo as an example. $900,000 is an average price for a two-bedroom condo that doesn't face the water. And if it does face the water, then the price goes from $1,300,000 for a two-bedroom condo. If you have any real estate questions, I will be glad to answer them in the comments under this video. Renting housing in Foster City, it costs $4,500 and more a month to rent a private house. The average price for a house is $5,000, over $6,000 if its windows face the water. Now, condos and apartments. Two-bedroom condos or apartments cost $3,100 a month on average. About 56% of people in Foster City live on their own property. About 43% rent their places. A pretty high number of houses is empty, a bit over 5%. There are 8 main neighborhoods in Foster City. The most expensive one is Port Royal Avenue, and the cheapest is Schooner Street. You can also hear how loudly the airplane flies above the neighborhood. It's a special trait for Foster City. Each neighborhood has its own situation with planes. This is an important point when you are choosing where to buy property here. Since the San Francisco airport is closed here, the planes do fly a lot. You can get used to it, but not everyone does. They fly from morning till night, one after another. Foster City is a very ethnically rich place. Almost half of the population is Asian. About 37% are white. 8% are Hispanic. A bit over 4% are mixed families that consist of 2 or more ethnicities. And very important ancestors of the people of Foster City were German, Irish, and even Russian. People of foreign ancestry are a very important cultural part of Foster City. There are more than 45% of these people here. The thing I love about Foster City is its great top-rated schools. The lowest rated schools here are rated 6 out of 10. The majority of schools are rated 8, 9, 10. Wherever you live, your kids will be attended a school with a higher rank and will get some great knowledge. Let's see how safe Foster City is for people. The city ranks number 98 out of 100 of the safest city in the US. And it's true, it's safer than 74% of other California cities. The crime level is nearly absent. One criminal offense per 1,000 people is brutal. 13 criminal offenses per 1,000 people are crimes against property. It's usually theft or breaking into cars. These numbers are provided by the Neighborhood Scout source. Today we are visiting Masha, my friend that's been living in Foster City for several years now. She's just in love with the city, so let's find out how it charmed her so much. Hi Masha.
Hi Marina.
Why did you choose Foster City? Why not say San Francisco? Why do you like it so much?
At first, when I was choosing a city, having been in Moscow at that time, we were choosing the cities based on their safety. I filtered out all the Bay Area cities for their safety.
So then you came here and explored the neighborhoods yourself, and you never wanted to live here.
Yeah, we used Google Maps to walk through the Foster City streets. I already knew what the city was like, and when we came here, it all became real.
You have a great house with a view on the water, and you can feel like you're on vacation, but these houses are limited here. Would you like to live in Foster City but not near the water, maybe somewhere in the central area? Would you consider that option appealing?
I think that water is what makes Foster City so charming. There is no difference when you live somewhere else, like Mountain View, Palo Alto, or when you live near water, you can feel like you're on vacation.
And are there any special and unique aspects about Foster City that make you love this place? Or is it just about water and safety?
I like that this city was per-planned and has wide streets, a lot of parks, a bay access. It's also located in a smart way. You can drive 30 minutes both to San Francisco and San Jose and 30 minutes to the ocean.
I can hear an airplane above us, so here's the question. Where can you live in Foster City without hearing the plane noises? We were working here yesterday and I even felt sorry for people that live like this. Planes are constantly flying here, taking off or landing in San Francisco right above living areas. How do you separate neighborhoods here? Where do you buy a house or condo? I know that your location is good and planes do not fly above your place, but are there any known plane routes? Can they start flying above your home any day? Actually, there are areas where plane noises are very permanent. Lying in neighborhood near the bay, they have large planes flying over there, and here we have the San Carlos Airport place. These planes are smaller. Is there a neighborhood in Foster City where you will never hear planes above your heads or it's impossible? I think there are none. And they don't bother you?
You get used to them and the sounds, simply screening them. I can't believe that Foster City is a perfect place without any disadvantages. Let's think about the cons. One of the cons here is probably the property prices. Houses that face water are very popular and they all get 30, 40 offers that are hard to beat. It's pretty complicated. It's hard to buy property here. Yeah, you're right, it's true. I've noticed that there's no downtown here and there are not many places where you can go and enjoy a meal, but maybe I don't know the places. Maybe I missed something. Yes, there is no downtown in Foster City, but all the cafes and restaurants are spread throughout the whole city. Like, here we have Asian places and Mediterranean cuisine. And what about shopping? Do you drive to the stores or maybe you have some local ones? We have many of the necessary stores here like Costco, no need to go anywhere through traffic. There is also Safeway here, Lucky, Ranch 99. We also have Bridgepoint Shopping Center Plaza near here. They have Target, Marshalls, Ross, Hobby Lobby, all the necessary stores. They are all right at hand. I also remember you told me that Foster City doesn't have its own high school. Please elaborate on that. Yes, there is a little problem, no high school here. This is why people have to drive to San Mateo High School. Foster City is attached to the San Mateo High School. Thank you so much, Masha, for inviting us to your balcony. It just got so hot here that I can't even bring my daughter here and go kayaking here, so be sure we'll come here and visit you. Till the next time! I'll be waiting for you. Don't forget your swimming suits. So today we have got to know Foster City better. It amazed me with how clean and modern it is, with its architecture and its water. I hope you like this episode, so please support me with thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm grateful for all your comments. Bye bye and see you in the next episode.
Надеюсь увидеться с вами скоро. Пока-пока!